The fight scene with the 11-year-old is interesting, isn't it? Because it's a proper wrestling match.
I couldn't do that with someone else's child.
Of course you couldn't.
I'll get nicked.
So it is your son in real life.
Little Archie, yes.
Your little boy in the show. And is that a true story? Did you have to cast him because you needed him to do some things that only your son in real life could do?
Well, basically, there's a lot of parents that didn't want their son to swear, and I understand that completely, and chaperones and the licensing and all this sort of stuff. So, and also, and I've done this over the years, you work with people, kids that are pretending to be your child, isn't a bit odd. I mean, even when in EastEnders, you're giving a newborn baby, it's like about 4 days old, and they go, "Yeah, here's this baby." You know, you're like, "Okay, wow." Yeah. So to be able to, I've got a very close relationship with my son, and we just improvised it. So going back to the patriarch,
he's very good in it.
Listen, he's just very natural. I made it feel like he wasn't at work and that we were playing.
It reminds me of the kid in This Is England.
Well, listen, the thing is that the reason he said yes is that because he got some time off school. He said, "We'll be doing it." "Oh, well, I get time off school." I said, "Yes, but you will be having to be tutored." And so we have a whole segment where I babysit him for the first time. And he's 11, this kid in the film, which says a lot. And I'm sure there's a lot of fathers out there that are guilty of this. And we just do this whole segment where it was just like a monologue on the script, like a little tiny little bit, but we stretched it out of me and him taking our tops off, rolling around on the floor, play fighting, throwing Haribo in his mouth. He's throwing Haribo in my, just actually having fun.
Yeah.
And then there's a lovely touching moment at the end when I cuddle him and I'm going, "I love you, boy," which is probably something he doesn't say enough to his son. We need more fathers saying that to their boys, you know what I mean? 'Cause it's important.
The fight scene with the 11-year-old is interesting, isn't it? Because it's a proper wrestling match. Yeah. That's what got me thinking. I was thinking, fight scene with an 11-year-old, interesting.
I couldn't do that with someone else's child.
Of course you couldn't.
I'll get nicked.
No, it all makes sense.
Absolutely. So he brought another element to it because there was talk of maybe having to get rid of that character because...
No way.
So luckily, it happened to be, my son was of the age, he was up for it, he got a few quid for it. Not a lot, but he spunked it all online on sort of gaming.
It's funny though, isn't it? Because the golden bridge often between partners who aren't getting on might be their children. And that's why... This film without him, there's no film.
Absolutely, you're right. It links everything together, and it also gives Jack a reason to fight, to save, because he knows he can be a good father and he knows he can be a good husband. He just doesn't know how to go about it. So, it's great to roll my child in.
And you're flying at the moment.
My Nepo baby, now he's going to be called, no doubt.